This is not about a job anymore. I'm the investor, and you are going to make me some money.
Heading to London, 16 potential business partners, all keen to kickstart a company.
Don't try and hide, because, you know, we're not playing Where's Wally here. I'm not looking for Lord Lucan. I'm looking for somebody who's going to show me that they have got the business acumen to be my partner.
On offer, a 50-50 deal with the nation's most demanding investor.
That first few lines there, to me, was you digging a bloody great big hole.
Willing to bankroll new business in tough times, Lord Sugar is on the hunt for one winning partnership.
Basic business principles went right down the drain on this thing. You should have all known better.
Start the car!
It's a deal worth fighting for.
That's not fair. Like, we're taking
fair.
it in turns. She needs to cop onto herself.
16 candidates.
It's way outside the box. It's way outside the box.
Right, go, 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 go.
12 tough weeks.
Where am I going?
One life-changing opportunity.
You're fired. You're fired. This is my boardroom, and by the way, this is my money. You're fired.
Previously on The Apprentice.
The task today is all about making a new condiment.
The teams got saucy, with mixed results.
Can I suggest we taste it?
Dwayne's chutney bit back.
Oh, my God.
Something's not right. Something's missing.
And Katie's ketchup cost a lot.
The recommended retail price for that is $3.99. We definitely couldn't do it for $1.95.
We're left with 23 bottles.
What? Left?
In the boardroom, chutney was champ. And a third loss for Katie left plenty on her plate.
What is this? I can't see a lorry driver in the greasy spoon asking Harry, pass us the Bellissimo.
It's never made crystal clear to us what our target market was.
Ricky spread the blame.
You under-delivered. You absolutely under-delivered. You sold rubbish figures.
It was very hard to sell at the prices that we was given.
But it was Michael who failed to cut the mustard.
Do you think you're out your depth?
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, I don't know what you were doing, really. You're fired.
Thank you for the opportunity, Lord Sugar.
He became the third casualty of the boardroom. Now 13 remain to fight for the chance to become Lord Sugar's business partner. Bayswater, West London. For the candidates, a morning off.
Maybe Lord Sugar fancy a game of ping pong.
Good morning.
This is Lord Sugar's office. Lord Sugar would like you to meet him at the Old Cinema in Chiswick. The cars will be with you in 30 minutes.
OK, thank you. Old Cinema in Chiswick. Cars will pick us up in 30 minutes.
Go, go, go!
What, because it's in cinema? I feel for some reason like it might be about the adverts.
Yep.
They say it's an old cinema, so it's actually functional.
Let's face it, we're going to be producing our own trailer, aren't we, boys? They've won a task, they think they're at the top. Do we think they're taking it seriously?
Dwayne and Nick needs a little bit of bringing back down to earth, don't they?
People who maybe weren't working their hardest
God.
have actually been fired.
I don't think everyone's pulling the weight. I don't think everybody's contributing. I think there's maybe a few people I'd like to see get exposed, if I'm honest.
Chiswick. A converted cinema packed with vintage furniture and high-end second-hand goods.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lord Sugar.
Now, there's a famous saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure. You know, there's been the rag and bone man, the car boot sales, we've got the charity shops. All of these people make money by taking things that people discard and they make it into something that someone wants to buy. That's what this task is all about. You're going to have to source your second-hand stock and then you're going to sell it to the public. So what I've laid on for you is a couple of shops in the East End of London where this kind of retro stuff is selling in big volume. Yeah? So I'm going to mix the teams up a little bit more here. Ricky, you go to Sterling, and Jade, you go to Phoenix. The team that makes the most amount of profit will win, and in the losing team, one of you will be fired. OK, everything clear? Yes. Well, good luck. I'll see you back in the boardroom in a few days' time. Yeah? Off you go.
Thank you.
Worth over £2 billion a year, the UK's market for second-hand goods is on the up. From genuine antiques to repurposed scrap.
What can you do with these? Can you put them in like...
Why don't people just put them on the wall?
There's plenty of profit in pre-owned goods.
600 quid.
And refurbishing or upcycling old items can add big markups.
Bins are quite good, because if we can buy a bin, we can funk it up to be a funky bin.
Both teams have £1,000 and 2 days to source and sell on second-hand stock. But first, new leaders are needed. Bidding to repeat last week's win, drinks distributor Dwayne.
I would put myself forward as project manager again because ultimately it is buying and selling. I think if we can all apply logics to it, we can get this task won.
I wouldn't mind putting myself forward for a project manager purely because I have started up a retail unit before.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
Who votes for myself? Thanks, guys. Who votes for Laura?
I vote for Laura because you set up a retail unit.
Yeah. That's four. That's it then, yeah.
Okay. Would that be it? OK, fantastic, guys. Thank you very much. OK. Being an attractive businesswoman can have its ups and downs, but people shouldn't be fooled by that because I have also been described as a Rottweiler in the past.
The type of area in London we are, Brick Lane, is a very kind of trendy area. People are going to be very judgmental on the way that the shop looks, the sort of items you put in there.
Heading up the other team, fine wine investor Tom.
I'm only 23 years old. The thing that's very special about me is I'm a very well-rounded individual. My leadership style is quite laid back. You'd be foolish to go into any situation thinking you're going to agree with everyone about what they think. How you deal with them is the most important thing.
Are we going for less is more? Are we going for minimalistic? Are we going for fill it high, sell it cheap?
In terms of strategy for buying, we've got £1,000, but I want quality over quantity.
We could just buy 5 items here and try and make an absolute fortune.
Yeah, the idea is to spend as little as possible, and there's no point starting with loads of stuff and not being able to sell it.
Tom's strategy is a bit wrong, really. We want to fill this shop and we don't want it looking empty. So, you know, let's buy as much stuff as we can. Let's fill these vans and let's get it there and let's sell it. You can't have a 700 square foot unit with a table and chairs in. It's going to look stupid.
While for Tom, less is more, Laura's team focus on turning trash into cash.
We need to be very cost-conscious. Get to houses, get to charity places, get as much crap for as next to... But that's what we're doing. We're selling, we're selling crap and turning it into style.
That's exactly it. It's all about adding the value to the product.
Absolutely right. We get a product, we add a lot of value, make it stylish.
This is something I love doing. I love taking old pieces of furniture and tarting them up. And I've sold chairs for like £250, saying limited edition, and they buy, you know, even if it's like a Union Jack in it or something, you know, really funky. Just
Union Jack seems to be quite in at the moment.
Gabrielle, I think you should really be leading the front with the creative side. Is everybody happy for that?
Yes, absolutely agree.
OK, fantastic, guys. Thank you very much.
Project managers picked, plans in place. Facing an early morning start, it's back to the house. 6:30 a.m. Today, both teams must seek out their stock.
Use your money to pick up the additional stuff that we can use to basically tar up our materials as well. Buttons. You might be able to find really, really cheap stuff that we can start ripping apart for customisation as well.
Tomorrow, their shops must open for business.
Let's think, you know, realistically, how many items are we going to sell? Maybe 50 to 70 items would be a good target. Today I'm going to give you £200, but really I want to try and spend as little as possible. Be very selective. Is that OK?
Just keep in touch and let's get going.
OK, then.
sort of strategy or briefing to us, really, was to give us £200, tell us not to spend it.
60 sales floor to fill. You know, we're not miracle workers. We're good negotiators and good salespeople. We're not miracle workers.
Greenwich. An auction house stacked with bric-a-brac.
Lot 65, oak book rack, 25 over there.
Bidding on Tom's tight budget, Adam, Stephen and Katie.
55, £60, 65 on me.
Have we got enough money for that?
Looking for 80, are we all done? At £75. Lot 54, honey oak, 3 drawer serving table to slate.
Are we going to?
No.
110, 120, 130, 140. I'll take 145.
Let's have the shop at 200 quid.
Ridiculous.
Lot 158, good quantity of vintage 20th century clocks.
I like this. I'll do like this.
This team has committed a number of mortal sins. Firstly, they didn't argue about the small amount of money they were given. They only got £200 of the £1,000 seed money. And then they come to an auction. They bid for 4 lots, 1, 3. 3 things.
All done, 850.
Could buy that.
That's just foolish.
I'm happy with the stock we've bought, but I don't think we've got anywhere near enough. This is it.
For Adam, a final bid for stock in the auction house bins.
Steve! Steve!
Yep?
Found some great stuff in the skip. Another wine rack, bench.
This in the skip?
Yeah.
Stuff's falling down.
Tom seems to be wanting to lose the task, I find. Like, we're out here trying to negotiate, trying to get as many products as possible. You know, he's given us a really tight budget.
I think we need to throw a bit more money at this. My whole attitude is prepared to win, and I think he's preparing to fail.
Tooting, South London.
How you doing, mate? You well?
How are you?
All right, morning. All right, mate.
Set on adding value to vintage cast-offs.
What about that chest in the windows?
The trunk.
Yeah.
Laura's team is on the hunt for products with potential.
Pop that off, upholster that. You can paint those bits and pieces. How much do you sell these legs for on their own? Can we take them? So the pieces we're interested in is your 2 suitcases at the top up here.
The 2 top ones,
Yeah.
I like that suitcase.
Yeah, I could do the leather trunk for 10.
Yeah, the camel stool. Side table's the trunk, and this retro table here is the chair and the glass.
Yeah, the
glass table
metal one,
here.
yeah.
The
And
broken
the 4
table.
stools plus 1.
The broken table in the back as well.
And the broken table.
OK.
Yeah, there's 100.
Well, thank you.
Just give me a quick tally.
18, 19. 19 plus frames.
We've bought a hell of a lot of stuff, haven't we? Right, we better get going.
We've got a lot more than we thought we'd get.
But I did like the items we took. There's
Yeah.
nothing there that I think I won't be able to sell that.
Oh, this is nice.
For project manager Tom and his team, a car boot sale.
What do you reckon about these chairs?
I think that's quite cool.
The perfect place to bulk buy bargains.
It's a bit damaged though.
Yeah, but how much can we fix that?
I don't buy any old rubbish though.
I think this is worth £7.
I just don't like it. I really don't like it.
I think that's quite a cool little retro mirror.
It's just damaged though, isn't it? On the mirror again, like.
It's important not just to buy any old stuff to go in a shop, because we need to sell it. It needs to be something that's going to be desirable for buyers. So we've been selective.
That's quite cool. You just need to buy enough stuff, don't we, to fill the shop up. That's the problem.
No, we will, but I don't really like it.
OK, cool.
We're here on an enormous car boot sale, full of everything that you can imagine. The point is, find the right thing here to take to Brick Lane, home to the young trendy with the gelled hair.
In terms of the colouring of it,
That's perfect.
I think it's quite a nice piece.
And they've only bought a few little items. It's nuts. They've got to fill that shop tomorrow. I don't want to be walking into an empty shell of a shop.
What, you reckon put records in it?
Well, we'd have to sand it down.
Yeah, my concern is the condition it's in, so that...
Oh, my God. OK, let's not do it. Sorry about smashing it.
Brick Lane. Heart of London's fashionable East End. Bursting with vintage and retro retail. And cool customers.
This is it, guys.
Cool.
This is good. I think we need to get on with making stuff.
20 quid.
Bargain.
For Laura's team, a truckload of stock in need of a makeover.
And down, yeah.
What I think we need to think about now is plan of action. There's things here that cannot be sold as they are. I think these would be great if you could do the shabby chic effect.
Do we need to do anything to this? Paint it?
Paint us shabby chic.
Again in, I'm not quite sure what the shabby chic stands for.